Hi Cancer, my name is Kim. Welcome to my channel. So today for the meditative session is really crazy. I got, like, how I came to the song is crazy. But it was Rojo by Balvin. You can like translate the lyrics if you don't know Spanish. You can always do that because I get a lot of Spanish songs sometimes. But what the song, it's not really about the music video, I didn't really watch it. I think it's like more about the words, but you can watch the music video, maybe it will mean something to you. But what I was getting for the words is like something that's happening at the same time for two people. So he's like, you decide for me and I decide for you at the same time. You want me and I want you at the same time. Like, he keeps saying something at the same time. So maybe you're going to come into like, maybe two people are finally going to be on the same page. That's what I want to say. Or at the same time, just feel like two people are like twins. Like, they want the same things. They say the same things. They and everything. But like the most important thing is that it's at the same time. Because like, I could want you and you could like be into somebody else. And then you could want me and I could want you. But it has to be at the same time, right? It cannot be something like, like the only way for a relationship to come into fruition is if two people want the same thing at the same time. So what I'm saying is like the timing for some reason is very important, and I feel like this is something obviously in the realms of romance, but we're gonna pull cards and see if there's any clarification on this. So let's get into the cards, guys. Okay, so right away, Cancer, I was just cheesing like the entire time I was shuffling the cards. I don't know if like a relationship is coming around to you or someone is coming around to you, but I just got like such a happy vibe, like the happiest vibe. I don't know, like it, Gemini's energy was very serious, and I just came out of the Gemini reading, and this one is just like full of like, I don't know, it's like a lovey feeling. So maybe this has something to do, like a love is coming for you. I don't know, but it's a really great feeling that, like, I feel great right now. Very happy. I don't know, it's crazy. What I'm seeing though, with the Eight of Pentacles and the Scribe, I just see two different people. One person who's more integrated in like the realms of earth, like an earth energy. Like, I mean, Cancer, you could be like the Scribe, or you could be like this, it's not a seneschal, but it's like, I just see her as like the like the forest goddess, like the tree goddess, like, I don't know, like the wizard. I don't know if you've seen like The Hobbit, but there's like the brown wizard, and he lives in the forest, and Radagast, and he kind of lives in the forest, and he like works with all the animals, and he helps them out. Like, if they're sick, he kind of figures out what's going on. He like, the way that he's able to sense like light and darkness is through animals, is through nature, is through like flowers, trees, the wilderness. They're one with nature, and that's who I'm feeling is this positive energy. And with the Scribe energy on the top, I'm getting like someone who is very intellectual, someone who maybe is not on the same level, like is in the same level like as this, I want to say wizard, but in a different way. And it's like in maybe, I don't want to say 3D, but it's like as an intellectual person, like on an intellectual level. So maybe someone who's like very educated, someone who has like their master's, someone who's, you know, like someone in the higher educations, like a professor. And this person's like not a polar opposite, but this person doesn't, like, their knowledge through the world is different. Their knowledge through the world is through the world, through nature. And this person's knowledge through the world has been through like education, has been through, you know, it's like the same level of wizardry, but different different ways of having gotten there, I guess. Just like Gandalf is like the gray wizard and Radagast is the brown wizard. They're both very different, right? But they're both wizards. They both have like an extreme amount of knowledge. They've been, you know, they have a certain task to fulfill. So that's what I'm also getting, like certain tasks to fulfill. That's so weird that came up. Anyway, I'm getting 12, 12. And just like in the song that I was meditating, it's like two people who are like at the same time doing the same thing. It's kind of like these two people are realizing, it's like it's not even awakening. It's not even an awakening. It's just realizing about themselves, like realizing a lot of things about themselves that they didn't know. It's like kind of like realizing like sometimes they wear a mask, realizing sometimes they have their ego out, realizing like sometimes they're like all the sides to them, and also realizing that like the person that they want to be at the end of the day, like who is it that I want to be at the end of the day. And I guess with like the hero card, it's like someone noble, right? Someone who like, it's not like, oh, it's like someone who saves lives, and someone who does, you know, I'm a firefighter. I saved like a burning house. Like, it's not necessarily like, oh, I'm a hero in that sense, but it's like being a hero in your own right, like doing something noble, like every day for others, like working for others every day. Like maybe the scribe gets knowledge, like wants to teach, and I'm going to call her the seneschal, but it's not the seneschal. She wants to do something, but in a different way. Like both of these people want to like help humanity, but in a different way, or help like just like become their greatest potential, but in like different realms. And that's the way that these two have been able to like integrate their full selves, like become their full selves, with the self card. The way that they've been able to like fully integrate, like to realize that they have a potential that they would like to like reach, and like how am I going to get to that potential? What is it that I really seek? Like, do I seek to be noble? And I think as like answers, like I seek to be noble. I seek to do something for humanity. I seek to do something not only for myself but for others. Like someone who's maybe empathic, like somebody who actually like wants to help society out. That's what I'm seeing from these two people. It's like the road and the path to self was led by them being, by their realization of this. And it's also, the hero has to go through, the hero to become the hero has to go through like certain trials, right? Like a hero doesn't just become a hero, like you're not just born a hero. Like the way to become a hero is, I don't know if you're like, I'm thinking of Hercules. Like the way to become a hero is that, like you have to save a lot of people. Like you have to, you know, in Hercules, he's like, I want to be a hero. And he's like, well, first you have to train. And then second, like you have to do all these tasks to become a hero. You don't just like become a hero by saying you want to be one. You have to actually like do things and win, basically. And I think that's like both these people, they not only realize that they want to be the hero, but maybe they actually already are the hero. Maybe they've both been through a lot of trials, and that's kind of how they've gotten into this full integrated self mode, is by going through a bunch of trials. Like they've been tested by spirit many times. That's what I'm getting. Like they've been tested many times through like their ego, through just any test that you can get. They've been getting, both of these people have been getting them. And a lot of it, I think, a lot of the trials, I think, for both these people have been, I I think I'm getting like two messages, but the main message that I got right away with child is like there's been a lot of trauma in their childhood for these two people, and they've been like thought and child. It's not like, oh, like they're thinking about having kids. Like, yeah, maybe both these people want families with each other, but that's not the point. The point is like part of like the integration of self was to go back and see like where it was that your like inner child was failed, and going back to do some deep healing. And I feel like both these people have done it, and maybe somebody has Capricorn in their chart, because last reading was about the deep healing for Capricorn with the violet light and the white light. But yeah, I'm just seeing that there's something like similar that happened to both these people in their childhood, and that's what makes these two people so like they're both like on the same level, because of the way that they were able to go about dealing with all the trials that they've been given, and the way that they've been able to like process it and still being able to like fully form into, I want to say like a good, like someone who wants to still be noble after all the like the stuff that's happened to them in their lives. And one of the most like, I think something similar that's happened to both these people is something that has to do with like early childhood trauma. Like something happened to both these people that was very similar, and that they were able to kind of like, even though they might not even know each other, like their souls know each other, and they've been through, yeah. And I'm just seeing with like both these masks, it's like both these people have been deep in thought. It also could be like these two people have both been deep in thought about like what makes their inner child happy, and I feel like it's each other. Like what makes these two people like light up? What makes these two people like feel super happy, super at ease, super at home? And I think it's each other. And I think that goes back to like their inner child, right? Like I think there's like a quote, it's like you try to be with someone who you can be your childlike self with. And I think that's what these two people are to each other. It's like they can both be their childlike selves with each other, and I think they both kind of realize that. That's what I'm getting. And I think if these two people are in separation, then they intuitively know that the lack of happiness that they feel, the lack of abundance they feel, is intuitively because they might not be together at this time. I mean, if they were together, what I was saying before is something about time. It's like one person could want something and the other person could want something different. So it has to be that both people want the same thing at the same time. That's how like this would work out. And in the music video, like in the song, he kept saying like at the same time, at the same time. Like it has to be something that both these people want at the same time. And I feel like that's where this has failed, these two people, is that they haven't been on the same page at the same time. So I think intuitively both these people know that they're for each other, but intuitively like, and they also know like their lack of abundance has been because either they're like, I don't say it's because they're not with each other, but I feel like they both feel like a great loss without the other person. 100%. Like so these two people can be very successful, but you can feel like you're not abundant just because you're lacking this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I would be truly abundant in my life if I could have this person with me. Like it would just put the icing on top of the cake. Like I'm not saying that like you have to like these people haven't been doing their own lives and working on themselves. I'm just like, they obviously have been working through themselves. They have obviously been thinking a lot. So if like this is for someone who has been learning to integrate themselves, who has been through trials, and who has been like passing them and learning to, you know, integrate who they are. I feel like the guidance or like the message that these two people are getting is like intuitively they know that to be like what would make their dreams come true is if, or like make them feel more abundant and like not that they're lacking something, is if they could be together, be in each other's lives. I know it's like super corny, but that's just what I'm getting. And there's something about past, present, and future. I'm seeing like past, present, future here, three here. So it could be past, present, future. Again, something about time. Like, I think these two people, once they've integrated themselves, and integrating yourself is like being who you are, as like, it doesn't matter what anyone says, right? It doesn't matter if we're like people could talk, people could say what they want, but I'm gonna go towards the goals that I want. I'm gonna go towards what it is that like fulfills me in life, and it could be this person, you know, as like, I mean, not like the only thing, but as one of the things that fulfills them and that they're just gonna go for. Yeah, I just keep seeing like the same, like I'm not even a mirror image, just like twins, like the same person. I'm not even doing, you could have Gemini in your chart, maybe that's why I keep seeing the twins. But yeah, I think these people are in separation right now, and I think once these people learned how to like integrate themselves and like heal their inner child, and like you see here, this person's kind of meditating on like keeping balance. I think once this person can learn to like balance out their lives and balance out who they are, recognize what it is about their past and their present and like who they want to be in their future, I just see this as like, once they're able to kind of do, it's not even do that, it's just able to, like both these people have to be balanced and aligned so that things can happen at the same time. There's just something about like twins, like it has to happen at the same time for both people. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so this was a great reading, Cancer. Let's see what the advice is. It's funny because when I asked for the advice for like Cancer, I got like 15 cards. And then when I asked specifically what's the advice for the scribe, I got one card. And I asked what's the advice for, I want to say the seneschal, I got one card. And it's not like this is a split reading or anything like that, because I feel like at the same time you guys are twinning, so this advice is for both of you. But it's just funny that I had to ask separately what's the advice so that I could get the combined advice. I don't know, there's something about that. Like I had to ask separately what the advice was, even though I feel like you guys are like the same person. So it's a little weird for me, to be honest. I'm just getting for the scribe energy, the intellectual energy, claim your independence. It's kind of like, it's like be free. Like be free to be who you want to be. Like independence is like freedom to do what it is that you want to do. So if there's something in the 3D that's holding you back, it could be family, it could be friends, it could be opinions, it could be anything. Again, when we're learning how to like integrate ourselves and like kind of meditate and align ourselves, things like that, like others' opinions shouldn't really matter. And I think that's the thing for this energy. It would be like the opinions of others shouldn't really matter. And with the number 4, like 13 into a 4, that's like the number of communication to me. So I feel like spirit is really working with you, working around you, and I think you need to pay attention to the signs. I definitely think like forever the scribe is, again, this is like both of you guys' energy. You're the same, like twinning. I feel like a combined energy anyway. But specifically for the whoever relates to as a scribe, I would say the advice is to please claim your independence. Like spirit is trying to communicate with you, and I think it's towards what you desire. And I think with the green tarot, it's like, this is like my heart chakra card. If I was to say like to align yourselves, what are the chakras that you need to like work on, I would say it's your root and your heart. Just from the cat, claim your independence, and green tarot, green. I mean, I'm just thinking of your heart chakra. And the advice of the Buddha of enlightened action is, my soul informs me of every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. It's like, I feel like you already know what your heart is wanting you to do or where it is that you want to go. So I think it like works hand in hand. You need to claim your independence so that you can go towards what it is that you want to go towards. And for the sun initial, sometimes life stings. 10. I think it's an end of a cycle for the sun initial. I think it's been a really long like road trying to get here. And again, I see like a mirroring action. I see green. So I would say the heart chakra. And I would also say the root chakra with Parvati. It's like that big red lotus. So again, like mirroring again on another level. But if I had to say what you would need, what chakras need to be like worked on, I would say heart, root. And with Parvati, the goddess of devotion, I am a love that doesn't leave. When I commit to love, my soul evolves. What I'm getting with Parvati, there's so many messages with her, but the main one that I'm getting is that, like, I'm a love that doesn't leave. It's like the love that you have for this person has probably never left. And even though I feel like it's been like a painful situation, or maybe this person has done something to harm you, or there's been, you know, like there's been some sort of hurt on your end. I'm sure it hasn't only been on your end, one, because I feel like both of you guys have been twinning, like twins. So what I want to say is, if you feel that you've been hurt, then just know that this person has also been hurt. And I feel like the message is like, even though maybe you've been hurt and you want to kind of disregard this person, I think deep down you know what it is that you really want. And I think deep down you know that you also seek this person. You also feel like a scarcity without this person. So I feel like when you once you truly align and you realize that like how you feel about this person, and it doesn't really matter like what they did in the past, because I feel like even if you can't be together on the 3D, or you can't be together in this lifetime, just know, like, even if this person never, you know, seeks you, or you never seek this person, the message is like both of you guys will always remain in each other's hearts, and you will both always love each other no matter what. So it doesn't matter if you're physically together on the 3D, you're going to always be together. You're always going to be communicating, I feel like, through the 5D, or like on another plane, or in another lifetime. So it's kind of like, don't worry about this life, like, not, I don't say don't worry about this lifetime, but don't worry about it, because you're always going to have this person's love with you. And even though your ego is trying to tell you, like, because you had a painful situation, your ego is like trying to protect you, it's kind of like, it's not like to disregard it, but it's not pointless either. It's just, there's no need like to do it anymore. You can drop it, because you can fully embrace this person's love even if they're not a part of your 3D reality now. Anyway, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it helped somebody. Love you guys. See ya.